Yeah, I think I might head to the slopes. We're talking about 6 to 12 inches of additional snow, so it will be very, very tough for traveling. Just be careful out there. Throughout the weekend, though, things will start to improve.
Developing storm. You can see the precip now beginning to lift its way on northward. Looks like today and also for tomorrow, some more snow for Boston and also New York and Philadelphia. A quick burst of snow, then you're back to rain before it finally ends. Then you'd be looking at basically a January thaw coming up sometime early next week. Here's the snowfall around Philadelphia right now. Again, you'll be looking at a quick 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 inches. Then you're back over to rain, looking at some snowfall at this hour around Baltimore. The same situation for Washington as well. And once you work your way back towards the west, there's your moderate snowfall around Columbus. You work your way down southward, freezing rain. That's the problem this morning from Richmond all the way down towards Raleigh-Durham. Current storm situation, looking at another redeveloping low off the North Carolina coastline at the present time. We'll zoom into this area and show you exactly what's going on. With some freezing rain, that was the big story 24 hours ago we were talking about, like around from Charlotte down towards Rock Hill in North Carolina and South Carolina as well. Up towards Richmond's freezing rain and snow at the present time. Then we pick up some moderate snowfall over northern portions of Virginia. And as far westward now as around Columbus and Reynoldsburg, Ohio, to around Pittsburgh. That's where some of the heavier snow is falling right now. But it's going to be tracking up the coastline. Looks like a quick 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 inches for Washington, Baltimore, Philly, New York City. It's going to be changing over to rain around Philadelphia and also New York City and eventually Boston too as this storm begins to work its way northward. What's happened during the last 24 hours? Another strip of snowfall from Wisconsin, Illinois, all the way down through the Ohio Valley, like around Indianapolis and over towards Dayton, Ohio, and into the mountains of western North Carolina and eastern Kentucky. A few inches of snowfall there overnight. Not a killer storm, but it's going to be packing a punch for sure as it begins to move on northward. The big deal during the last 24 hours has been the freezing rain and the ice storm over western North Carolina and South Carolina too, and also over extreme eastern Tennessee, with the snow coming down and mixing in with it as well. Let's show you what's happened during the last 24 hours. Minneapolis saw the snow yesterday morning, 5 inches. Chicago officially 4, Cincinnati 3, Columbus 1. No, that was a couple of more hours back. Now you're looking at some moderate snowfall, and before all is said and done, Columbus could be looking at maybe, let's say 3, 4, maybe 5 inches of snowfall before it quickly ends by later on this morning. We'll show you what's going to be happening during the next 24 hours. Looks like some more heavier snowfall beginning, which means it's going to throw back some more Atlantic moisture back towards the west a little bit farther. So it looks like more rain than snow for places like Philadelphia and also New York City, especially come later on this afternoon and earlier on this evening. So the storm is going to be moving along the coastline itself, farther back and farther towards the west. It'll draw in some of that moisture from the Atlantic Ocean. So basically an icy mixture early on for the big cities. Otherwise you head into your interior sections of Maryland, Pennsylvania, New York. Well, there you'll pick up some of the heavier snowfall. So if you're going to be driving along these interstates today, use a lot of caution, like along Interstates 80 or even 81 or I-95 down towards Washington and Baltimore. And watch out for that freezing rain and sleet. It is still coming down around Richmond and Roanoke. It's mixing with snow at the present time, and still looking at some light to moderate rainfall, freezing rain around Charlotte and also Raleigh-Durham too. That should be lifting out within the next few hours. Come later on this Friday night, the snow is going to be beginning to move on towards the north. In Washington and Baltimore right now, it's going to be lifting on northward. So New York City, watch out within the next few hours. You'll be looking at some heavier snow coming back into the picture.
If you were in Wildwood Crest, that they have seen snow there. So it is starting to encroach upon the Delaware Valley. Let's check out the scene live on Sky 6 down at the airport and bring you the current conditions. Right now, mostly cloudy at the airport. No snow there, not yet. 20 degrees, the cold present temperature. Today's exclusive AccuWeather forecast, it'll be snow. That's how it'll start everywhere over the next few hours. And then later on this morning and into this afternoon, changing over to a period of ice and eventually rain for many, but not for all folks. 30 in some of the northern and western suburbs. They do not get above the freezing mark. 34 in other spots. We should get above freezing from Philadelphia south and east. Tonight, AccuWeather says, well, the storm should end. We'll see some stuff right through the evening hours and maybe up till about midnight, and then it'll...